Was there ever a point that you thought, okay, maybe I've been in a little bit of denial here when you were saying, oh, it's just food poisoning? Was there a point where you realized, because again, there was that element of not knowing you were pregnant, you went on the trip in March. Was that when you realized, okay, I can't deny that there's a baby that's about to come out of my body?
I definitely think there was a super element of denial, especially when I first found out that I was pregnant. And this was all very new to me, like the entire experience. I have no prior knowledge of like children and delivery. So even when I was going into the labor, I was just like wishful thinking, hoping this wasn't what it was. And so I definitely think that attributed to like how long it took me to figure it out.
Tia, I understand you might have some questions for us now that we're here.
Yes. So since he's been born, he's been a completely healthy baby. The only one thing we've kind of been worried about was he has cradle cap, which I know is common in newborns. And so I just didn't know if there was any like treatment or anything that y'all knew of.
Well, definitely don't scratch. Yeah. And a mild shampoo and sometimes medicated shampoo may be warranted, right?
Yeah, cradle cap is just kind of the baby version of dandruff that older people get, also called seborrheic dermatitis. And it's just a flakiness, and it's often due to a yeast called pityrosporum. So we sometimes do recommend medicated shampoos if it's not getting significantly better, but just being super gentle with those flakes, nothing abrasive. Just remember how fragile and delicate his baby skin is, but very common and totally harmless. So you have a beautiful, healthy baby. This is a really small thing, and kudos to you for everything you did.
And Tia, we know that you and your baby have been through so very much. We wanted to make things a little easier. We're gonna give you $1,000 to Finn and Emma, where you can find modern, 100% organic clothes and toys for your baby boy. So we thank you for joining us here today. Best of luck in all future endeavors, especially in those endeavors as a mother.
Bye, Tia.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Wow, what a wild story. And you know, the ER guy couldn't help but think that most emergencies aren't true emergencies. They're just things that happen that you don't plan for or haven't properly planned for. And so that could have gone
the other way.
South. It didn't. Thank goodness. But I think that point of, there's a reason why obstetricians don't really recommend at that late stage of pregnancy to particularly travel abroad.
On long flights.
Yeah, and so with pregnancy, you think about other things too with flights. So you're sitting, pregnant women are at an increased risk for blood clots in the legs that can go to the lungs. That can be life-threatening, so that's something you want to think about. Of course, you always want to talk to your doctor first before traveling, and your doctor probably isn't going to throw you a party if you tell them you want to travel across an ocean when you're 8 or 9 months pregnant. But you do want to be careful, and in general, I think when you go to a place, if you don't speak the language, before you go, figure out what the emergency number is. And also, I know it can be scary when people learn they're pregnant, and you know, but you just see a doctor. And if you are in a foreign place, if you have a belly bump and you say ouch, people will understand. Like, that's the universal language. So if you are in that situation, you don't have to do it on your own, even if you can't say, where's the hospital? Call 911 or the equivalent of 911. If you do that, people will understand. Or even if you're in some other predicament where you're hurt, people understand, ouch.
It highlights when you travel, if you have a medical condition. Pregnancy is certainly a medical condition, but it could be any other condition. Maybe you have severe heart disease or some other ailment. People who have true potentials for medical emergencies should research where they're going. Where is the nearest hospital? Maybe not the time to go to some far remote island in the middle of nowhere, because
have a plan in place.
Have some sort of plan in place.
But just to visit this again, I think it's highly unusual that you don't know you're pregnant at 7 months, isn't it?
I do, but I honestly understand and appreciate the fact that it can be very scary for some women, and some women can be in denial for a little bit. But of course, at the end of the day, you want a healthy mom and you want a healthy baby. Yes. So even if you are scared, do it for your baby. Go and see a doctor, see a health. So important.